Daniel, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Ariana in marriage?
I do.
Ariana, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Daniel in marriage?
I do.
Daniel and Ariana have decided to write their own vows today. Daniel, can you please go first?
All right. Ariana, we made it. My best friend, lover, and freshman year chemistry TA. Who would have known that meeting over 10 years ago would lead to this day? The first thing I noticed about you was your smile and laugh, the kind that can light up a room. The second thing I noticed was my grades. Week after week, you would give me 7 out of 10s and 7.5 out of 10s. If you were feeling generous, I would get the occasional 8 out of 10. To this day, she swears that she was just following the rubric, but I'm convinced that she had it out for me. But Ariana, you are smart, beautiful, funny, and caring. You challenge me, you inspire me, and you make me want to be the best version of myself. Over the years, we've grown together through long nights, like practicing our wedding dance, moving into our first home, adopting Winston, and all the little moments in between. You're my biggest supporter, my partner in crime, and the one I want to spend my life with. You're the person I want to celebrate with when things go right, and the person I want by my side when things get tough. So here's my promise. I'll always be there for you. I'll drive you to your half marathons and marathons, even if I don't get out of the car until the last mile. But count on me to be at the finish line every time. I promise to listen, laugh, challenge, and grow with you every single day. And most of all, I promise to be patient, understanding, and love you for exactly who you are. I can't promise you every day will be easy, but I can promise that whatever comes our way, we'll figure it out together like we always do.
Daniel, it's one day before our wedding, and neither of us have written our vows, and I'm literally watching you fall asleep trying to write yours. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. You're the calm to my chaos, the light in my darkest days, the steady presence when life feels uncertain. You're my home, the reason for my laughter, the cause of my headaches. I think I got carried away here. You have shown me how to love, how to be kind, how to be a better person. You have softened my rough edges, and I'm forever grateful for your never-ending patience. I know I'm not easy. I cannot believe we're getting married today. No, really. I cannot believe I am marrying Dan Kim, you guys. I always tease you with all the receipts I'd kept of your endless professions of love, all the way back to when we first met, those Facebook messages, the late night phone calls, you know the rest. But what you didn't know is that I knew I was going to marry you from the start, like the very, very start, like 2019. And Natalie and Michelle, please confirm. You are my person, my partner in crime, my best friend. I promise to listen to for however long it takes for you to tell your stories, whether you get to the point or not. You will always have my full attention, unless I'm reading my book, watching the Mets, or watching F1. Then your ass better leave me alone. I vow to be your number one supporter, even if my tough love doesn't seem like it. Know that I am always on your side, and know that I will always want what's best for you. I promise to listen to your advice and occasionally take it. I might not always agree, but I'll always appreciate your input, and occasionally, maybe I'll even admit you were right. And lastly, I vow to love you fiercely, laugh with you often, and remind you every day how much you mean to me, and also remind you every day that Winston loves me more.
Thank you. Can we please have the rings? Thank you. The wedding rings are an outward and visible sign of the inward and unbreakable bond which already unites your two hearts. Daniel, place the ring on Ariana's finger. You know for me. With this ring, I thee wed,
With this ring, I thee wed,
and bestow all of the treasures
and bestow all the treasures
of my mind, heart, and soul.
of my mind, heart, and soul.
Place the ring on Daniel's finger. You know for me. With this ring, I thee wed,
With this ring, I thee wed,
and bestow all of the treasures
and bestow all the treasures
of my mind, heart, and soul.
of my mind, heart, and soul.
May the wedding rings you exchange today remind you that you are surrounded by your everlasting love for one another. Ariana and Daniel, you have sealed your relationship through a declaration of intent, the affirmation of your vows, and by the exchanging of rings, all of which is a pledge between two people who agree to commit themselves to one another throughout their lives. May your life together be blessed with prosperity and good health. May you always share open and honest communication between each other. May you respect each other's individual talents and gifts and give full support to each other's personal and professional pursuits. May you cherish the home and family that you create together. May all of your years to come be filled with moments of celebration and a constant renewal of your love for one another. And may your love be a lifelong source of excitement, fulfillment, affection, respect, and devotion for one another. And now, by the power vested in me by the state of Pennsylvania, it is my honor and delight to declare you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. I am pleased to present the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Kim.
wife and I would like to formally welcome Dan to our family. From the very first time we met you, your warmth and kindness made clear to us that our daughter is in good hands. And after getting to know you better, hearing a lot of positive feedback from our friends and families, made clear to us that you are not just the man that our daughter loves, but you're also the son that we never had. Oh wait, where's Anthony? I heard Anthony wants to make run for your money, Dan. Sorry, Anthony, no pressure.
What I didn't realize back then was just how parallel our lives would turn out to be as adults. We both went to the same pharmacy school. We interned at the same CVS in Jersey, and we both fell in love with amazing guys in college who by chance were Fidel brothers. And if you ask where my husband and I got married, I can tell you Mia really loved the venue, and I'm sure all of you do too.
Dan was particularly interested in chemistry, but not because of his passion for the lab, but because of his teaching assistant. Her name was Ariana, and they've had the best chemistry ever since. I won't be the last person to make a chemistry joke tonight.
Sorry everyone, technical difficulties. I actually lost my phone, but I found it. Okay. So I'd first like to say, younger siblings are basically placeholders until their brother or sister finds a significant other. Okay. You get teased. You have to unwillingly take an interest in all of their interests. Okay. Have to appease the other when they get into a mood. Okay. Eat the leftover food they don't like, do the chores they don't want to do. And even though I'm younger, I did on occasion pay for sibling dates when I was in about middle school. Okay.
The third arc is real life, where Dan has grown up so much faster than I have. He has a family with his pseudo child Winston. He owns a home, and most importantly, last week he got an espresso machine.
Because I waited so long for Dan to propose. Most of her friends are now married. So instead of a bouquet toss, I wanted to dedicate this moment to someone here that traditionally doesn't get a dance, a speech, or even a special moment at weddings. And I think she deserves it more than anyone. To my mom, who has waited longer than Dan, than me, for Dan to propose. Thank you for all the sacrifices you made for us, and for all the love that you give.
Now I'm jealous.
And to Mrs. Kim, thank you for welcoming me to your family. You probably didn't want a fourth daughter, but here I am. Thank you to all our family. We're so grateful for all of your love and support, not only for this wedding, but throughout our whole lives. We couldn't have done this without you. We're so thankful for each other's families for welcoming us so dearly to yours. To our wedding party, thank you for your friendship, for keeping us sane with this wedding, through school, and life in general, and for always mediating Dan and I's endless arguments. You guys are the best. And to all our guests, thank you so much for being here today. You have traveled near and far, and we sincerely appreciate you taking the time to celebrate this special thing with us. And to Dan, I love you. I hope you didn't zone out and actually listen to the vows, because you know I'm gonna deny all of it. Again, thank you so much for celebrating with us. Please take advantage of all the food and the bar, and if you don't, well, from the words of a great man, why did you even come here?